Party time. Welcome. It's the Liching Hour. I hope you're as happy to be here as I am. Dungeon friends. We are rejoining our heroes in the campaign. They found themselves deep in the temple of an ancient, chaotic god, elder god. But before that, in dungeon news. Okay, dungeon friends. You know I love puddings, right? In fact, in my very first dungeon, I had this awesome black pudding room. It had a big statue of a minotaur in the middle of the room. He had big ruby horns and eyes, and he was standing in this pool of black water. And it was great because adventurers would be like, "Ooh, rubies," and they'd be like, "Oh God, where's my foot? Black pudding." It was awesome. But this is too much. The puddings haven't left. Pudding week was off the hook. But these last 2 weeks, the pudding's not leaving. Punjaba the goat lover is missing. It's too much. Too much. We've tried diplomacy, but they're puddings and they're dangerous. Okay, so my friends, with a heavy and sad heart, I declare it pudding season. Wow. God, keep it down. You guys are animals, bloodthirsty animals. Okay, all right. Let's hunt some puddings. Yeah. Be careful out there, people. Those puddings are no joke. They're dangerous, especially the dire puddings. All right. Viva la dungeon. Okay, that was in-dungeon news from the Lich himself. That would be me. All right. If you remember, we had snuck into the... I'm going to show you right here. Okay, where we last left our heroes, it looked like it was going to go really bad for them. They were in this room here, 2-3. There were these huge pillars with giant eyeballs at the top that came to life and started smashing, trying to smash the characters and to ground them into dust. Barrow barely made it alive. The players decided to call it and got through the double doors, made it through a trap thanks to Barrow's eyes, and got where we left them was huddled up against these double doors at the end of the 2-8 hallway, and with the pillar eyes crashing in the big room, unable to reach them. And yeah, that's where they were. I realized when they had come into the temple here, they'd started out in this large cave, had to climb down a ravine into this big pit filled with bones, and then had to find a secret door to get out of that, and then kind of came in the back way into this temple. And I didn't describe kind of the temple itself. There's a little bit of a write-up here, but the temple is a masterwork of masonry, architected from flawless stone blocks of an ancient style. The floors and walls are immaculate through the entire area, and magic illumination lights all the areas. So it's just kind of lit, like I'm gonna say like an office or something, but probably better. So that said, our heroes burst through the doors there. They enter this. I keep wanting to use my mouse like you're going to be able to see it, but you can't see it. I don't think I can set up for you to see my cursor. Can I? Anyway, at the end of the 2-8, we come through the double doors and down the stairs, and they find themselves in a little hallway of sorts with a big set of doors with a huge eye engraved in it, and then 2 smaller doors in the north and south. But the characters take a really quick look around and make sure there's nothing in there, and they're going to take a moment to rest. Barrow is in a really bad way, and Gunther is going to attempt to heal him. which is a risk for Gunther because Barrow happens to be chaos um, to Gunther's law. So we're going to start there. We're going to start there with a die roll of a heal spell check. Gunther's spell checks are at +1. +1. Well. We. Oh boy. Okay. This is a great way to start out the night. We're going to let this ride. I'm not going to burn any luck to change it. Gunther failed miserably. And in fact, he failed so bad that he's garnered some disapproval from his god. His god being Gorhan. I'm not sure I forget what Gorhan's all about, but this is the first time I get to do this actually. Any other time, I've only rolled like 1 or a 2 on the roll like this for a cleric once or twice before. I'd always burn luck to get out of it, but not this time. This time we're gonna deal with it. So what that means in Dungeon Crawl Classics, if you critical miss on a cleric's roll, is he garners disapproval from his god, and it's not just because, well, fictionally, his god's tired of him using his power to heal someone of the enemy side, chaos, and because of that, Gunther is gonna have to make amends somewhere. I'll find that somewhere. Boom, boom. Magique, Spellburn, Mercurial. Where's my disapproval? Oh, there. I got a little thing for it. Okay. All right. They roll as 1d4 for every point on the spell check. For example, if they rolled a 1, he'd roll a... Oh, okay. So he's rolling a 1d4 on the disapproval chart. 2. The cleric must pray for forgiveness immediately. He must spend at least 1 hour in prayer, beginning as soon as he is able. Failure to finish the full hour of prayers within the next 120 minutes is looked upon unfavorably. He incurs a -1 penalty to all spell checks until he completes the full hour. Gunther, they all kind of hurry down the stairs. They've closed the doors at the top of the stairs. Snope and Cassius kind of set up a little bit of a perimeter at the base of the stairs, while Barrow sits down. He got hit. Oh shit! Oh, okay. I had forgotten this part, and I wanted to bring it back up. Last episode, Barrow got hurt, and so did Talia. Talia got hurt so bad she was down and bleeding out. And what I didn't do then, what we're going to do now, or at least talk about, is that if a character ever goes down and it's bleeding out, and then they get healed back up, that was such a traumatic event that they're still scarred or something, and she got bashed into the ground with this giant eyeball, just kind of smashed her right into the ground. So I'm not sure what that means. If anybody watching wants to suggest what that might mean, let me move this over here. There we go. Like, is her face kind of screwed up? Is her arm, I don't know, we got to think of something that's visible or at least permanent. And nothing great comes to mind just yet. If you have a thought, give it to me. But anyway, so Talia, she got healed up, but she came back from the brink of death. Barrow, he got hit too, but he hadn't been healed yet. Gunther, he sets down the steps. Gunther goes to do it, and then suddenly Gunther feels, he's like, something is very wrong. Very, very wrong. Oh dear, oh dear. And he gets down and he starts praying. And he's praying, and everybody's like waiting, and Barrow's sitting there like close to being dead. He's got like 3 hit points left, and he's like, are you going to heal me or what? And Gunther ignores him. He's praying, and he's just saying a prayer over and over again. And after a little bit, Cassius looks at Snope, goes, maybe we need to secure the area. And so let's talk about how these guys can, let's see, they've got 2 doors. They're in this little, in between 211 and there's 27 and 29 down below, 29 down below and 210 in that little hallway there. They want to make sure that that they're safe. So let's see, who's got stuff. Somebody had some iron spikes. Oh, yeah. So Barrow has a chain. For some odd reason, he's got 10 foot of chain. He goes, huh, in between breaths, he goes, here, take this. He takes off the chain and throws it at Cassius, and Cassius grabs it. And I think Cassius had some iron spikes. I think somebody had some iron spikes. That would be awful helpful. Yeah. So Cassius has some iron spikes. So rather quickly, they run a chain along the double doors. They seem to open this way, so they run it through the handles and wrap them through. And then, trying to be as quiet as possible, he's got 5 iron spikes, so they bang a couple. Maybe into the sides of the door. I'll let them do that. Into like the sides of the doors, that all 3 of the doors, they bang one into it. It's really loud. I'm gonna roll. We're gonna roll a 1d8 for random encounters. Okay. So the banging, they try to be quiet about it, but the banging is was loud. So let's see here. What are we going to? Yeah. So they get done banging the spikes in. Gunther's still on his knees. He's praying. It's been maybe 15 minutes. He hasn't stopped. Head down, praying. Barrow's doing his best to be comfortable on the stairs there. And then they start hearing a bang on one of the doors. The southern door, the one all the way down the south, at the end of the hallway, bang, and they hear kind of like, I could swear they hear it's like a mixture between a giggle and a bird sounds, giggle and bird sounds, and then they hear and the door bursts open with this flash of red light, and out of the debris, kind of smoke, this thing flies in, and it's won't do this justice. I'll read it. A filthy bird with a little girl's face erupts from the doorway. The beast shrieks and gnashes at the air, while a baleful red eye glares from its midsection. So basically, we got a harpy with a little girl's face, no arms, just bird talons and things, and it's got this red eye in the middle of its chest. And it flies in, and another one flies in behind it. So there's 2 of these suckers. And it's time. Let's see. So we set the scene. We got this small hallway. We got 2 harpies that just came bursting in. Gunther, their clerics, on the ground, pleading with his god. Barrow's on the sitting down. He's hurt, but everybody else is okay. We got Cassius, Snow, Pix, and Meggle. Meggle's and Talia, and Meggle's got her hawk Ormond. So it's not too bad, but this ain't too good either. This was not in the plan. That's why I love it. I love it. All right. Harpies. All right, I'm just getting... These guys are like one of the toughest encounters in here too. I mean, from a random encounter standpoint. We're going to roll initiative. Forthright. Alright. Harpies. Harpies gonna roll first. 18 for the Harpies. Alright. Cassius, what you got? 10. Snope, what you got? 8. Pix, what you got? She's gonna roll a different die. Pix got a 20 plus 1. She got 21. All right. Meggle, what you got? Oh, that's a D10. 17 plus 2. She had her longbow out. She's got a longbow, which means she's got to roll a D16 for her. It's two-handed, so she rolls a D16 for her, which I think is this right here. Yep. D16. She rolls a Bonnie 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay. Talia, what's she rolling, girl? All right, and she's gonna roll 16. Okay. Is that everybody? Gunther's on the ground. Oh, Barrow. Barrow's still... He's not dead. I ain't dead yet. 12. If you're new, let me just cover off who we got here. We have Cassius, the woodcutter turned warrior. Chaos turned law. We've got Snope, our dwarf, with a battle axe he found with only the name Ultimac carved into it that he found here. He's also got a mirrored shield that vaguely glows of a little bit of a magic light that he found in the last session. We've got Pix, the amazingly deceptively strong and fast beggar rogue thief. We have Meggle, the elf, with her familiar Ormond. We have Talia, the elf, magic seeker, and Barrow, her husband, the elf as well. Both of them chaotic. And then we have Gunther, who's on his knees praying. I think I know exactly what Talia is going to be doing. At least Talia is thinking she knows what she's going to be doing. So, yeah. All right. Let's do this. It is... Pix is first. She's going to act first. Then it's the Harpies themselves. Then it's Talia. Then it is Cassius. Then... No, sorry, not Cassius. Barrow. Where you at, bro? Barrow. Then Cassius. Then Snope. Then Meggle. And Gunther is not joining us unless he absolutely has to. Okay. Pix, what you gonna do, girl? Okay. Well, So thieves can climb sheer surfaces. Does she want to get higher so she can? Well, she's got a sling. Okay, so she's gonna move to the back to get into the shadows, and while she's moving, she's gonna pull out her sling, and she's gonna take a shot at one of these, the front one, with her sling. She's gonna go black. Hold on. Hold the fun. What did I do with that? Here we go. Alright, these suckers have a pretty... well, that's not a super decent AC, but they're pretty well stacked as far as hit points, that's for sure. So, a little stone flies quickly from Pix's sling and flies right past the harpy. And now it's the harpy's turns. So we're gonna get right to the business. The harpy, the one in front, who's she gonna? She like giggling and cawing all at the same time, which is very disconcerting to everyone. Barrow's sitting down. Cassius, she's gonna... okay, this red baleful eye that's in her chest suddenly glows a bright red, and laser shoots out of it. Yes, that's right, you heard that right. These are laser harpies. They come shooting out of the baleful eye right at Cassius. Yeah. All right, and that's +2. Cassius's arm class is 14. Ooh, nice, nice. I love a good fumble from a creature. Yeah. Not sure. I'm never completely sure what we do with fumbles for creatures. I mean, I just recently figured out exactly what you do with crits. Let's check monster crit table. I'm going to find that out. We're just going to count it as a miss. This laser shooting out of it, Cassius dives to the right, and the laser beats into the ground. The other one comes flying around him, and looking at Snope, it shoots at its Snope. Yeah. He's going to... okay, so he sees that Cassius jump out. He's gonna pull up his shield. Okay, so this mirrored shield gives him the ability to, out of turn, he can roll an action die to attempt to redirect the blast. Not the blast, but the bolt. It has the power to block incoming beam attacks. When hit by a beam attack, the welder can use an action die out of initiative order to block and redirect the attack once per round. The attack bounces off the shield, and there's a 50% chance the attack hits a random creature within 50 feet. I don't understand. We're just gonna roll with if it hits him. So, all right. Snope's armor class is 12. Okay, so that's 11 plus 2, so it's going to hit him. He can roll an action die to block and redirect the attack once per round. He's going to try to shoot it right back at him, at the harpy. Okay. I'm going to take that last bit as if he misses, then it's going to bounce off the shield, and there's a 50% chance it's going to hit somebody else. So he needs to hit these guys. 14. Okay, the Harpies have an armor class of 13. So Snope, quick thinking, brings up his mirrored shield. The laser bolt bounces off it and goes right back at the Harpy. It screams in a very creepy little girl / bird voice, doing 1 to 6. Wow, all right, 6 points of damage. This thing, that's pretty decent. It screams and flaps its wings, and then it's Talia's turn. Talia. Shit, I think she forgot this spell last turn, and why didn't I mark it? Because I know she tried to do it, and it didn't work. Wait, no, that wasn't here. That wasn't here. Aha, no, she didn't try here. Okay, cool. Talia looks at the two birds and whips up her hands and immediately attempts to cast a mysterious spell. She's got a +1 on her spell checks. +1 is 12, which is a success. It's not a raging success, but it is a success. Hold, please. Okay. Spray. Spider climb. Patron bond. Where are you at? Yeah, there you are. 12 is a success. We're going to roll. Here's a cool thing. So, she's casting sleep. When she casts sleep, her mercurial effect is the wave of... Ooh. Yeah. Oh, wait. She's going to heal everybody within 15 feet, and they are not within 15 feet. So, she... her mercurial effect when she casts sleep is she gets a wave of healing bursts out from her, healing everybody within 15 feet, 1d6. So, that's cool. Let's take care of that. First, that happens. Well, let's see. All right. So, as she speaks her words of power, these waves of blue light start pounding from her. Before they reach the Harpies, they reach everybody around her, and everybody feels a little more healthy. Barrow's going to be healed. That's a good thing. He's going to be healed for 4. That's cool. Then I think there's a few. Yeah, Gunther is on the ground. He gets healed for 1. Anybody else hurt? Not really. Okay. All right. So that happens. This blue light wave hits the Harpies, and one target within range must make it save or fall asleep for 1d6 turns. Okay. It's a will check, and this thing has +4 will. Oh wow. Okay. So +4 will. It's got to be the 12 because that was her spell check. +4 and 11 is 15. So. Good and bad. Good, she healed Barrow especially. Bad, it didn't. It didn't work. Harpy's still kicking. Harpy be kicking, yo. All right, Barrow, feeling better. Gets himself up as his move. It turns and let's see. Is he in range to do what I'm about to do? Yes. He speaks his words of power. And, alright. He's going to get +3 on this. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, well, he has forgotten it. gets up. He goes, wait. He had just recently gotten the spell too at the beginning of this, well, right before the beginning of this adventure. And he's just, I think I want to say he failed last adventure, or just barely made it. I think I spent a point of luck. He might have already forgotten this, and I forgot to mark it, which I got to do a better job of. But he did forget it this time. He gets up, he's like, huh, and he's left there staring at these harpies and not remembering what he was going to do, or at least the words of the spell, they won't come to his mind. Poor Barrel. All right. Cassius, having dived out of the way, comes sprinting and with his longsword, and let's see. I said they weren't close enough. They weren't 15 feet away, but I definitely think they're at least 5 foot. Okay. Yeah. 5, 10, 15. Yeah. 30, 20. Okay. So, yeah, he comes rushing up with his longsword, does a little bit of a hop to slash it. Well, they're not that far up. He can slash with his longsword for sure. So he takes a slash at the front one. The front. Here. 14. Definitely hits it. His longsword finds purchase. 1d8. Oh, shit. Okay. Shiza. Alright, I gotta roll his warrior die. So, definitely made it. That's good. That +2 is gonna go to damage. It's 1d8. -1, because he's not very strong. 6 + 2 is 8. 8 points of damage. Slices through this thing's lower body. Screeches. It doesn't send it down to the ground, but it definitely impedes its flying. Snope. Yeah. Snope wants to keep his shield up. Yeah. Technically, I think he had his axe out before, but we're gonna forget that. He had his shield. He had a shield and his longsword. They come down the stairs. He put the battle axe back on his thing, but it got in his shield and his sword to ready to kind of defend if needed. The harpies did give them indication they're coming by banging on the door. So anyway, Snope. I'm gonna say Snope is gonna have a hard time hitting them out of the air. So Snope is gonna find him. He's gonna get himself into a defensive position in between. Not Cassius. Cassius is out in front. He's gonna get in between the rest of the people behind with his shield. He's gonna stand ready. He's not gonna attack. Cassius is in front. Megal, she's got a longbow. She takes aim at the one Cassius just sliced with his long sword. Two things. So she's gonna take aim with her bow, but she sends her Ormond. Gladly takes off, spearing right at that same. Well, she doesn't want to hit him. She's gonna take the shot, and then she's gonna send Ormond. 8 + 2 is 10 is not enough. Not enough. The arrow flies by. Actually, she's kind of shooting into melee. I mean, there's a chance that it's going to hit Cassius. She needs to roll. Black as the pins. Okay. She didn't hit him. So it flies through into the other room. The arrow does, but then Ormond is right behind it, slamming right into. He has +1. 17. He hits. Craw! Doing 3 points of damage. So her hawk gets right up into the harpy's face. It's flapping around. It scratches the little girl face. Like, oh, that's messed up. Messed up. Okay. Back to picks. So Pix is going to attempt to climb the wall. She's going to come at him. She's going to come at him from the wall. She's going to climb up the wall and over. It'll take her whole action. She's not going to be able to attack or anything like that, but it could be fun if she does it. I'm going to give her a difficulty. A 10 is good difficulty for this. She gets +3 to climb. 8 plus 3 is 11. So, okay, so Pix is climbing the walls. She's climbing over. Her idea is that she's going to launch herself from the wall when she gets close to try to stab the harpy. One of them. Laser harpies. Laser harpy 1. The one that just got out. It's okay. It's just gotten attacked by Ormond. It is going to attack Ormond with its claws. Well, Ormond doesn't have an AC. Or Ormond hit and then kept going. So the harpy's going to attack because Cassius is right there. She's going to attack his face with her claws. 6 and 3 is 9. She misses. Cassius back ducks. Cassius ducks. And the claws go over his head. The other harpy who got hit with a laser comes flying up and aims a laser at let's say Cassius kind of thing. It comes up and it sees. Okay, these guys can see, right? Yeah. Well, Barrow's a big target. I'm gonna think Snope actually got in front of Gunther, so that Gunther wouldn't be hit. Barrow's a pretty big target. He's a big guy. Talia's a big, and then Pix is climbing up the wall. I mean, they could want to shoot her off the wall. We're gonna do this. Talia's 1, Barrow's 2, and Pix is 3. All right, big guy. The harpy takes a shot with a laser at Barrow. 13 plus 3 plus 2 is 15. Yeah, definitely hits Barrow. Doing 1d6. A laser comes scorching out from her. Hitting him in the arm, just kind of grazing him in the arm. Reminding him that he should have sat down. Talia, thinking, damn it, God damn it, moves back. As she's moving back, she drops. She pulls out her short bow, notches an arrow, and takes a shot at the one that just shot at Barrow with her short bow. She's got +1. Okay. She misses. Lame. Barrow. Alright, buddy. He's messed up his color spray. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to do the same thing Talia's doing. He's going to run back, grab a short bow, turn around, and he's got... Barrow's got the eyes of the Elder Knoll. He had his own eyes torn out or removed, and these emerald gems, the eyes of the Elder Knoll, put into his eye thing. And That one of the bonuses to that is that he gets a +1 bonus to range because he can see really well. So let's see if that helps him out this time. Maybe somebody can shoot something. There we go. 14 plus +1, 15. So he is does 1 to 6 points of damage. Ooh, nice. 5 points of damage to the second one. Arrow finds itself right underneath one of its wings. It screams out with a little girl voice. Cassius. Cassius is going to attempt to skewer as a mighty deed. He's going to attempt to skewer the one that is above him. He wants to kebab it. Yeah. He wants to skewer it. Well, he doesn't skewer it, but he does stab it pretty good. Ooh, really good. That was an 8. Doing 8 points of damage. Okay. All right. He skewers it. He basically skewers. He shoves the sword up deep inside it. It screeches and falls on his sword. It's heavy. Lets it fall on the ground, and it falls a sick plop onto the floor. The other one, does not run or fly. Did a little morale check there. Morale check. Snope, realizing that there's a lot of targets for this thing, that he can't just guard Gunther. He could move 20. Yeah, he's definitely close enough. He's going to run and attempt to leap. That'd be his mighty deed. Leap and hit this thing. The second one. The last one. Oh boy. 9. He leaps and swings, and his sword swishes through the air. He lands down with his shield underneath it. Megal lets out a deep breath and shoots. She's been using this one. Let's do this one. So disappointing. All right, but the hawk, Ormond, also rolls a 2. We're just going to move on. Pix. All right, the whole climbing across the wall thing was cool. She, I'm going to make her do another wall check to see if she can, if she does it. 8, and whoops, she had +3, right? She makes it. Climb sheer surfaces. She's going to launch herself from the wall with her dagger, that's what was in her teeth, to try to kill this other harpy. 16 +1, 17. I could apply some minuses, but I think she'd still hit it. I mean, because it's kind of a crazy thing she's trying to do. But it's 1d4. She's doing 2 points of damage to this thing. So she launches off the wall with a little dagger and slices into its wing. Let's have her land on top of it. So she lands on top of it. It's like screaming, and she's cut into its wing. It flies back and slams into the wall, trying to get her off of it. We're gonna roll like it's a hit, and it fumbles. We're gonna say it ends up hurting itself. I'm gonna say it ends up hurting itself. It goes to slam into the wall, try to get her off of it, or no. Yeah, so it's trying to swing. It's trying to get her off, and it runs itself into the wall face first. And there's a sick crunch as its head and face hits the wall, and then it and Pix fall to the ground, thump, with a wet thud, slunk, and she jumps off of it with her dagger ready. Maybe she stabs it a couple more times, but it's not getting up. The harpies are dead. And soon it's quiet again, and all you hear is the murmur of Gunther praying to his god. The team does their best to close back up the door quietly, and Gunther and Cassius take up posts, wondering how long Gunther's going to take. But about 30 minutes later, Gunther stops, and he gets up and he looks around. Does anyone need healing? Barrow says, well, I could. And Gunther says, does anyone other than Barrow need healing? His disapproval range has been increased. So if he rolls a 1 to 3 on any spell check, he's going to have to go through that again. He's not going to heal Barrow. He looks at Barrow. Barrow doesn't look too bad because he was healed a little bit. No, everybody else is looking okay. All right. So let's go back to the map. All right. So we're done. Done healing. Oh, like that. Okay. What do we want to do? Where are we going? Nobody can keep their eyes off the large pair of double doors in front of them. There's the door that let's look through the door with the harpies bash through. Pix sneaks over to look in there, and that's 210. The one with the sarcophagus kind of pictured down at the bottom. Graven ruins circumscribe a stone altar cut in the outline of a humanoid at the center of the room. The floor, ceilings, and walls are lined with metal plates. Looks like a ritual room of some sort. Oh, no. I think we go through the double doors. We need to bring this place down, right? It's probably pretty important. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Snope and Cassius each take a door and pull it open while Meggle, everyone's weapons are drawn. Meggle stands in front with her bow. Maybe even Talia stand in front with her bow. Actually, no, let's do that. Yeah, that's good. No, that'd be fine. Cassius and Snope are ready to run around the door and attack. They open up the door to find massive columns buttress the cathedral ceiling high above you. A gigantic earthworm statue towers over a large bull set in a pedestal at the center of the room. Runes running from floor to ceiling are carved directly into the stone block walls. The letters wrap around the entire room, seeming to spell out a single word. And this is what we're talking about here. These runes along the wall. There's just earthworm statue. I don't see anything, Michael says. Me either, Talia says. Cassius and Snope come around from the doors, and they walk in quietly or cautiously, looking around. There's let's go back to the map. 6 of these columns. They move towards the earthworm. Talia and Meggle come in, followed by Gunther and Barrow. Now, one bonus to Barrow's eyes. Another bonus to the eyes of the Elder Noel, is that twice per day it can detect invisible. And this comes in really handy right now, because when Barrow starts entering a room, he looks over and he sees these little hunched over, little small forms on either side, hiding behind pillars. Obviously, they must be invisible because no one else seemed to notice these little figures. So he goes, "Hey, we're not alone." And that's when these little figures come out of dropped invisible and attack. The waist-high figures, they're waist-high, in burlap robes, rush them, clutching curvy daggers in their tiny clawed hands. Their faces are completely concealed beneath their hoods. So you got these little figures, halfling size, come racing around the pillars. They were going to surprise everybody if it weren't for Barrow's eyes. He goes, "We're not alone," and that's when they come. And we're kind of surrounded. We've got 2, 4, 6 people, and the 3 of these little figures come from one side, and 3 from the other. 6 total. Actually, kind of quiet, except for this, their feet slapping on the ground, on the stone, and weird grunting sounds. All right. Initiative. That's what we're doing. All right, we're going to roll for these little halfling things. They have where are my halflings at? +1. Okay, so they rolled a 9. Cool. Cassius, rocking a 17. Snope, rocking a 6. Pix at +1, rolling a 6. Megal at +2, rolling a 9. Talia, rolling a 7. What the? And Barrow, rolling a 6. Okay, so yeah, sorry, you weren't in part of this. Everybody rolled below 10 except for Cassius. Barrow's got a +0. He's a 6. Okay, fine. Wow, we had 3 6s. What the hell is that? Alright, so that's going to be Pix, Snope. You go by the highest agility at that point. And Barrow. And then, yeah, Talia's there. Megal. And then Cassius. Oh, and the harpies are in there. Right. Not harpies, sorry. The halflings. Right before Megal. Kind of the same situation we had last time. Alright, so these little figures with their steely knives, they're going to go after Cassius. Alright, Cassius. Let's do something mighty. Alright, so Cassius is going to he's going to swing and try to hit as many of these as possible. Out of the, he's on the left, Snope is on the right. He's going to veer off to the left to protect the flank of the group. And he's going to try to swing and hit as many as he can with his longsword. Let's see how well he does. What are these guys' armor class anyway? Okay. Alright. Oh boy. He rolled a rockin' 5 +1 is 6. He tries, but he misjudges their height, and the sword just goes right over top of him as I got closer. He wasn't really expecting them to be halfling size. They, with their little odd grunts, attack. The ones on that side, 2 of them break off to attack Cassius. at the same time with her curved daggers. Yeah. Neither one of them hit. They both, their little daggers bounce off his armor. They kind of hit, but they don't get through. The other one attacks, I'm going to say it was Gunther and Barrow were last, and then it was Talia and Meggle. Going to attack Talia. It was Cassius, Talia, Barrow, Snope, Meggle, Gunther. He misses too. The other side. I said it was Gunther and Meggle and Snope. All three of them are going to attack Snope. Let's see if they can take him down. One of them fumbles. One's 5. Oh boy. They all come clamoring at him, but he just kind of knocks everything away with his shield and knocks him back a bit. Meggle is going to decide if she's going to take the bone. All right. She's got a longbow. She's got a roll. She's going to have to do a die fewer on the die chain. So you're going to have to roll a d16 instead of a d20. Where'd that go? I just had it somewhere. I think that's it. That's you. Okay. All right. So she's got an arrow slung. Ready. So she's going to try to take a shot at one of these three that comes around that pillar. Oh boy, what a waste of all these arrows. I'd say she's got like 25 arrows left. I don't think any of them hit. Maybe one against one of those eye pillars. She's going to drop her longbow and pull out her mace. Ormond is taking a shot at one of them. He comes comes screeching in with a 3. I rolled terrible. Talia. Talia is definitely going to attempt to cast Sleep again. Definitely. Which means everybody, there's going to be a healing wave. None of these guys are all up in their business. They're going to get healed too, but they're going to hurt right now. Nice. Okay. 16. Level 1. Yep. So she rolled a 17 this time. So that's definitely better. And a 2 for how this looks. The swan wings rise from the earth. And oh, hold on, let's see. It unfolds the target. It's going to unfold the 2 targets. Okay. She's on the side with Cassius. 2 just attacked him and 1 attacked her. Right? Yeah. She casts these suddenly these swan wings burst up out of the ground and unfold themselves around the 2 that were attacking Cassius. They got to save. Will versus 17. And they have a will -2. That's cool. Good luck, guys. Holy shite. So they roll a 19. -2, 17. Okay, that was not they. That was one of them. Alright, I'm not doing that for no. One up. And I rolled another 19. So, yeah, no effect. But she did heal Barrow for another 1d6. 3. Alright, so there's that bonus with her healing wave. Okay. Pix, what you doing? Oh yeah, Pix. Pix was the very, very last. she's gonna come in and try to backstab a sucker. Yeah, she comes racing in on the other side that the people are attacking. No, the one that attacked Talia, she's gonna come in and attempt to backstab that one. 8 plus 1 is 9, and she's got +3 to backstab. No, she's not one of those kind of thieves. Is that plus? That's +2. Okay. +2. That's 11. She needs more than that. Oh, no, she doesn't. They are AC is 11. Okay, so she hits one. That one for 1d10. +1 is 7. Okay, so picks. Suddenly, Talia casts this. The angel wings come up. The one that was that had come attacking her is kind of stunned a little bit, and in that moment, this blur of black comes shooting in out of the doorway, and the dagger goes into its back. There's a little squeal, and the hood falls away a little bit to reveal the horror beneath. It's this big swollen head. All the features are crammed down to the bottom of it, like big yellow teeth that are too large for the mouth. The eyes are as black as eel eyes, and looks like there might even be gills on its neck. It's like, and it falls back, and as it falls back on the floor and the hood comes off even more, Pix sees these eyes that are all in its oversized head. It's just covered with eyeballs that all like look at her and then dim. She can just see them dim as it dies. Gross. Snope's got his shield and his longsword. He's gonna attack one and shield bash another one. He swings at one, and they're too close for his longsword. He's not able to connect, but he tries shield bashing, and he does shield bash. It's 1d14. Okay, 1d14 with a shield bash. I think 14 is here. No, that's 16. I know I have a 1d14 somewhere. I think that's you right here. Yep. 4. Okay. So he swings and it jumps out of the way. Goes to bash, another one jumps back, and he's in melee with 3 of these suckers. Barrow. Okay, so Barrow's got a little short bow, but I think he put that sucker away. Yeah. He's let's see, he's behind Talia. He's gonna move up. Yeah, he's no coward. That's what I like about Barrow. He's not a coward. So he's pulling out his flail. He's got a flail, and he goes to attack the 2 that are attacking Cassius. Attack one of them at least. And my rolls 3. Cassius. All right. He's got 2 in front of him. That's when he hits 1. Oh, hold on. He hits 1 with hit. I'm not gonna roll the 1d3. Okay. I don't know where you went. Where's my 1d? Oh, here you are. Okay, we'll do this. All right. Oh, he rolled a 3. Okay, so this thing's dead too. He cleaves through one and squeals. We're gonna roll morale for these guys now. 8. He cleaves through one, and almost as fast as it began, the others scatter or start. They book off towards the east door, northeast door. They or I don't, two some go for the southeast, but they all go to the east doors and open them as quick as they can and scuttle through. The party just kind of watches them go, and breathes for a minute, and they look down at the ugly little fuckers, aren't they? Look at them. What is wrong with this? What is this? And then Gunther's, what is this? They're abominations. Why are the eyes all over their heads? What is this? And meanwhile, Barrow's looking around the room. Another bonus to his eyes, he can read any kind of language, decipher any kind of language with a DC 10 intelligence check. So let's roll that. But it doesn't help him this time. It doesn't help him. He doesn't have any. His intelligence isn't that great, is it? Oh, it's +1. But still, 8's not going to do it. Talia looks at him, and do you know what it says? She says. He says, "No, it escapes me. It is one word though." And Talia, thinking, "Oh, I can show him up. Maybe I can figure it out." Oh wait, he gets a +5 bonus. Yeah, she doesn't get it. He goes, "Wait. Oh, it's his name." "Whose name?" they ask. Shagazel Niztrub. And when he says that, the entire place, it seems like the entire world starts shaking. Just for a few seconds, dust comes down from the ceiling. Everybody draws weapons and holds, and it stops. And they look at each other. Cassius says, "Maybe we don't say that again." Everybody nods. All right. Where to now? All right. Where to indeed? Choices are, we can follow the halflings. Sounds like the best plan, to be honest with you. Following the... Oh, look at there. If we follow... Okay. Well, it looks like there's another pair of large double doors that in the north. And there's the doors to the east that the halflings, those little abominations, ran through. And then there's some doors to the south. Everybody catches their breath. Searches the room. There's nothing else to find in the room other than the earthworm statue. I'm thinking they would agree to follow. I mean, they're here to bring down the temple, right? They're not quite sure what that means, but they know it's deep inside the temple. They know that these things are probably going to rush back to wherever they're going is probably deeper in the temple. Anybody watching, chat, speak now if you like. Should the characters go into 212, which is in the north, 213, southeast, or continue after the halflings? Which is, if you look in the upper left-hand corner, is a good little drawing of what these halfling things look like. Ooh, even with the little hood and eyeballs in their foreheads. Yeah. What do you guys think? Anyone? I think they should go after the... I agree. I think they should go after the halflings, for sure. So, very cautiously... Actually, it's not like they could be hiding. The halflings could be hiding in that room, waiting to attack them from the rear. So it'd be really smart to go and finish them off, or find out what's going on. So, Snope and Cassius separate. Cassius going south, Snope going to the north door, and they both get up against the doors and then look in. And Snope's got infravision. He doesn't necessarily see anything, except this big curtain. He could tell. Yeah. Okay. So let me back up. Let's read what they find. The chamber's curved walls abruptly meet the flat western wall. I kept saying east. It's west. An enormous tapestry hangs from a brass rail, depicting a strange scene. It looks like a cross-section of an underground world. At the very top, there is grass, green and light. Many large eyes at the bottom of the tapestry look up. A lattice pattern of large earthworms begins near the eyes. The worms gradually become smaller as they approach ground level. A lonely wheelbarrow rests on its side in the southern corner of the room. The tapestry is actually pulled back on the rail a little bit, just enough for like a small halfling to go behind it. Meggle whistles, and Ormond flies in. He takes a fly through the room and goes in through the north door and flies out, coming thing. And when he comes back through the south door, he caws and lets Meggle know that she says they're not in there. There's nothing. There's no creatures in there. So the players go into the room. There's nothing really with the wheelbarrow, and cautiously they pull back the tapestry to reveal a set of doors. A 20-foot square rolling door that's open just like this much, enough for these to squeeze by. Snope looks in, and he sees the stairs going down into darkness. Well, it's deeper in. It is. Well, let's get going. It's dark. Well, we've got torches. So, Snope lights up a torch and hands it to Cassius. Cassius is going to carry a torch with his longsword. Snope is going to come behind him with his mirrored shield. Then it's going to be Meggle and yeah. So Cassius, Snope, Pix, Talia, Barrow, Gunther, and Meggle. Meggle's coming up in the rear with the hawk, and they go down the stairs deeper into. I don't have that map. I wasn't quite sure I'd get this far today. In fact, I think we'll introduce it and then call it. This area. They start moving down these large stone stairs. They're obviously going deeper. It's dark. That illumination that lit up the whole temple above them is gone. It's all very dark. They can only see the good 10, 20 feet in front of them with the torches. A mysterious stench. They start coming down. They get this really odd smell that just permeates everything. Curving stone stairs lead to a large natural rock cavern. Flaming brazier. It was dark until he got down. Flaming braziers flank the bottom landing, casting light over half the room. Sickeningly sweet smoke wisps from a brass censer, barely covering a rank, musty odor. The cave slopes downward into inky blackness. So it's a pretty big little cavern. The We got 3 elves though, and a dwarf. Um, Gunther and Cassius are smart enough to know that to lean on their expertise, and doesn't take them long to go. All right, so we have a tunnel leading out of here in the south. We have one to the east, um, but they haven't done a huge search all over. I mean, they haven't searched everything. They're going out to the edge of the light and looking at what's going on. All weapons drawn. No, nobody sees any kind of movement or anything. And now it's up to them to decide which way they're going to go. Right. All right. So I think we're going to call it right here, just for tonight. Makes it a little short, um, but but this makes it so that next week will be the finale, I believe. Unless okay, so the guys they're gonna do a search and Barrow. Oh yeah, Barrow's got the eyes. He of course he's got a bonus with seeing secret doors too. Barrow's looking through. It was there's another. It looks like that boulder. That rock over there isn't natural. The shape of it. That's a doorway in the north. So they got a north. We'll just say north, east, and south. South and east are tunnels. The north may be a hidden door. But let's talk this through. They were tasked with, the Signs of Law told them to bring down the temple. And they asked, how are we going to do that? And he said, you'll figure it deep within. Knowing that these guys aren't adventurers in the sense that they're like, okay, let's search all over because we're looking for treasure. I don't know if they're necessarily in the right mindset to go, like, thinking, okay, let's go in this secret door. Unless it's a shortcut, right? It's a shortcut to so they open it up. They figure out how to open it up. And they do, and they shine their light in, they see stairs going up. That pretty much settles it. They're not going up. They've already came down. They're not going to go back up. So now it's just, do they go in the east tunnel or the southern tunnel? And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight. That decision right there. Yeah, for sure. And then, well, yeah, because I didn't necessarily prep to get this far. I just kind of naturally led that way. So that was cool. By the way, so this is the one who watches from below. Like I've told you in the last one, I'm not skipping a lot, but there's a lot to this module. A lot of cool stuff. Trying to hit some high points. I love the laser harpies. The halflings are pretty cool. There's some cool stuff coming up that I don't want to have at the tail end of a night like right now. I kind of want to start fresh with it. Our heroes are doing actually pretty well. No one's in danger of dying yet. We keep losing spells, which really sucks. But you know, so far so good. Thanks for watching. Actually, if anybody speaks up right now and wants me to continue on, wants to at least do another room, speak now. Say hi. Let's talk. Tell me how you feel. Tell me how you really feel. Or not. Or not. Or not. The bone pit. Okay. All right. You guys have a great night. People to dungeon.